So why is the Lakeshore LGBTQ faith initiative important for youth? Imagine you're an elementary student, a middle school student, a high school student, trying to figure out who you are, where you fit in. You're testing your boundaries. You're testing your parents' boundaries. You're figuring out who your real friends are, who your friends aren't. And in this mix, there's this mixture of questioning your sexual identity. Do I fit in with everyone? Am I different? Should I be looking at him or her? Should I not be looking at him or her? What are my friends going to think? What are my parents going to think? It can be an extremely confusing time for anyone, let alone someone that identifies as LGBTQ. And then you throw in the faith mixture. It can be extremely hard if you're coming from a Christian home that tells you that Satan's got a hold of you, or you're going to hell if that's who you are. And even if you don't come from a Christian home, what if you grow up in a Christian community? I got news for you. Grand Haven, West Michigan, Holland, Muskegon, Grand Rapids, all pretty much Christian communities. So we can get these negative messages about ourselves that prohibit us from living into who God really has created us to be, because we feel like we need to either choose to be gay, bi, trans, or we can choose to be Christian. We're not left with a lot of room, typically in our communities of faith, to choose both. So that's why we exist. We exist to create a space for youth where they can be faithful and grow in their faith and their understanding of God and who God is within them, and their understanding of their sexuality and their sexual identity and who they are, and that is in Christ. So that's why we exist, and that's why it's important to get the word out, is because we are creating a space where people can be whole, where they can grow into themselves, and they can have that community support to go through those difficult stages. I mean, let's face it, guys, elementary school, middle school, and even high school can be really difficult for a lot of people. It's not an easy age. And then you mix all this stuff into it, and it's like some crazy whirlwind, right? So if you are in support of what we're doing here, please get the word out. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your friends' family, tell your friends' friends, so on and so forth. You get the point. Because the way that we're going to do this is if we all come together and support one another as a community and get the word out. So we are the Lakeshore LGBTQ Faith Initiative. Our youth group meets every other Tuesday for the summer at 3:30 to 5. And then we'll switch to every Tuesday during the school year. That's at St. John's Episcopal Church. We're not affiliated with the Episcopal Church, but St. John's and the Episcopal Church has been kind enough and generous enough to support us and give us a place to call our own during this time. So please, I invite you to join us in what we're doing and get the word out, support, and come to some of our events. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to get a hold of me. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. Our email address and phone number is provided on our Facebook website. Just type in LGBTQ Youth Faith Initiative and we'll pop right up. Thanks.